Hey guys, this is your video breakdown on how exactly to complete this assignment. So at one point the video will switch to a new page so I can show you how this works. So for this assignment, because I've put in the point values in it for you so that you can see exactly where your grade comes from a little bit clearer. What you need to do is make a copy. So you go to File, make a copy. And of course you'll turn it in using the shareable link like we always do. Please make sure that you have granted me access to grade your work. Your link should be set to anyone in Pitt County schools. So using the story and the embedded instructional videos, so I'll show you what this looks like in just a second, but I have built-in videos into the document that you can use that will help you understand how to complete it, as well as the annotations, the charts. So there's several different videos embedded in it for you to view. So if you do not come to class, you have the opportunity to see the thought process. So when you're looking at the story, you will receive 5 points if you read and annotate the story. So in order to get full credit for this, you need to make sure that you are using the color coding correctly, as well as using the comments to show thinking. So here is the page. As you can see, for the annotations, I have linked in a guided annotations for you can use, so you can make your annotations look just like mine. Or if you want, I have a read along. So if you want to annotate on your own, but you would like to have the story read to you, I have done both. For your color coding, we're going to keep focusing in on what we've always focused on. So we're going to focus on characters. We're going to focus a little bit on the setting. Not too much, but the setting will be important for our illusions later on. We got our theme, and of course any key incidences that you notice. This might not be a huge deal for this based on what we're actually trying to complete, but it's still a good idea to be in the practice of keeping and looking for those important events in a story, because they do help build up context with everything else that you're doing. And then for tone, we're going to look for our connotation like we have been doing. We're going to do green and red font. That's the way I focus in on it. So if I see a negative phrase, I will highlight it and change the font color to red. If it is positive, I will highlight it and change it to green. And then of course, if you notice any apparent allusions or analogy, it'll be in purple. So if you are not comfortable with this part, even after completing the notes and doing our comparing spirituals, I suggest that you definitely use the guided annotations. All right, so for your context clue chart, I'm not going to go fully into this because you have done this several times. Do understand that this chart is not going anywhere. You'll keep using it. So in order to receive your 10 points, you need to make sure that you are actually completing all the words you do not know. There are a couple of words in here that I 100% know that you will not know. If you do, kudos to you. All elements of the chart are completed for each word selected, and then the chart shows that you went through it and the text used it in for a meaning. So I have linked in a video for this context clue chart of me completing for one word that I did not know in the story. So if you would like to look at it as an example, you are welcome to do that. And then of course completing the analyze and illusion chart for the story. So this is where the meat of your grade comes from, and I will show you this chart in just a second. So there's going to be a video that will have an example, and you must have the example in your chart as well. So use the video to help you with the first one. This is where I'm going to model my thinking and how I do an illusion when I break it down in the text. And then you need to complete 2 other ones from the text, and then of course all elements have to be complete, and the answers demonstrate that you've used resources to understand and explore the illusions. So for some stuff, you might have to go and look it up or use the footnotes in the story, which I do talk about. So I'm going to show you the chart real quick, and then I'm going to let you be on about your way, and I'm hoping that this point breakdown helps you with understanding your grade a little bit better. So this is the illusions chart. Your video will be linked in right here into the title. It'll say click here for video out to the side. What is the illusion? So this would be where you either copy and paste exactly where you found it in the text, or you just put in the words from the illusion. And then what context of what is the context of the illusion in its proper time period, and then what is the history behind what happened. So this is where you kind of explain, where does this illusion come from? So if it's a biblical illusion, you would say this illusion comes from the Bible. This is what happened, or this is how this is referred to. Okay, or you would say this is from history. This is where it comes in. And then how does the illusion relate to the current story, characters from the story? So you're going to answer that question. And then, of course, so if you want to know more about how to do this chart, there is going to be a video linked in, but I wanted you to see it because in order to get a 100 on this section, you have to do 2 on your own. So please use the video. Please use the video. All right.